और इस वक्त वज़ीर-ए-आज़म इमरान खान तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे हैं।
Because we have just signed these MOUs and Pakistan and Saudi Arabia are now taking this relationship to a level which we never had before. A relationship where it will now be investment between the two countries which will mutually benefit from it. A relationship where we will be investing in minerals, where we will, I was going to say about tourism, but just when we were driving in the car, the passion with which you spoke about tourism in Saudi Arabia made me a bit worried, because I thought Pakistan had this tourism potential. But the things you told me about Saudi Arabia, well, and the amount of tourism, I'd never realized that Saudi Arabia had 80 million tourists and you were going to take it to 100 million tourists. So Pakistan is still a long way to go, but we do feel very proud. I'm very passionate about the potential in this country. Pakistan's tourism has not really grown at all. We feel that we have some of the most beautiful mountainous tourism anywhere in the world. I know in other ways Saudi Arabia will be ahead of us, but in mountain tourism, Pakistan is ahead of Saudi Arabia. The MOUs we've signed on petrochemicals, minerals, agriculture is one area, food processing is another area. But we have CPAC, we have links with China, we have very close now connectivity with probably what is the biggest market in the world, which is China. So we welcome Saudi Arabia to participate with us. It's an exciting future where we have Saudi Arabia participating in what is going to be in the next 10 years probably the biggest country with the biggest GDP. So again, I want to thank you, Your Highness. I wish you could have stayed longer, but I can tell you that if we did not have security concerns, and we worry about your security more than my security, if it wasn't for that, you would have seen thousands and thousands of people on the streets welcoming you. So welcome again.
Glad to be today in Pakistan, a dear country to all Saudis, from His Majesty and the youngest Saudi in Saudi Arabia. We've been a brotherly country and friendly country to Pakistan, and we've worked together in tough and good times, and we will continue the same thing, especially that Pakistan facing really great future today with a great leadership. Last year, 2018, Pakistan GDP grew by 5%. So we believe that Pakistan gonna be very, very important country in the coming future, and we want to be sure that we are part of that. So we are waiting for that kind of leadership to partner with and to build a lot of things together. Today we signed MOUs. We believe the amount of that kind of investment is $20 billion US. It's big for phase one. And definitely it's gonna grow every month, every year in bigger numbers, and it will be beneficial for both countries. We've talked about tourism, and Mr. Prime Minister ruled my plan, because we plan to announce that after a few days, or maybe 10 days from today, and we are not planning to announce that we're gonna target 100 million tourists. So usually we do some trick to announce, a little number and to achieve more. But now we have to be committed to 100 million tourists. I cannot promise that in 2030, but we will reach that one day. Today we have 18 million tourists, and we believe we're gonna succeed 50 million tourists super easily in the next coming 15 years, 20 years, and 100 million tourists, it's very reasonable target for Saudi Arabia. We have a lot of heritage, we have amazing nature, we have great people, we have infrastructure, we have stability. We have everything. We have even the financing and the money to invest in that area. So we will work with Pakistan in all of these things, economically, politically, and security. And we will be sure that we are creating amazing, great future for Saudi Arabia and Pakistan and for our region. We believe in our region. That's why we're investing in it. And we believe that we will gonna have one day great Middle East surrounded by Pakistan from the east side. This is my first trip east since I become Crown Prince, and the first country is Pakistan. Thank you.
Honestly, just two things I just want to mention. Number one, that we have during Hajj, we have people going to Saudi Arabia, and we would just like to request you, for the sake of the Hajis, that we have immigration done in Pakistan in the three big cities. Reason being that it's easier for Saudi Arabia as well as it's easier for us, and especially for Hajis who save all their money for years to go for Hajj, and some of them are old, so we would just request you that, number one, that to allow them to do their immigration in Pakistan. And secondly, I just wanted to mention that there are 2.5 million Pakistani labor, mostly labor. There are white-collar workers there too. And I just want to say, Your Highness, that these are people very close to my heart. They are very special people who leave their families, who take all the trouble just to go away to earn a livelihood for their families. These are mostly people who don't see their families for a year, 6 months. And so for us, they're very special people. And we would just request you that, it is something which will please the Almighty if we can just treat them. There are some 3,000 prisoners there, and we just would like you to bear in mind that they have poor people who have left their families behind. So just a request that these are very special people for us, this labor which goes abroad for working. And imagine leaving their family and children behind who work hard, send their money back, and we would, a special request from them that, please, sometimes they face hardships, and we would like you to look upon them as your own people. They basically, we feel that this close affinity to Saudi Arabia, we feel that your people are brothers, and we would just like you to have that same feeling for them. Thank you very much.
Mr. Prime Minister, just want to rest assured that just consider me in Saudi Arabia the ambassador of Pakistan, and we cannot say no to Pakistan. Whatever we can do, we will deliver that.
Thank you.
आप देख रहे हैं इस्लामाबाद में वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान सऊदी वली अहद के एजाज़ में दिए गए इशाइये की तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे थे, और उनके हमराह शहजादा मोहम्मद बिन सलमान ने भी खिताब किया। वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान का कहना है कि पाकिस्तानी आज उनके लिए एक अजीम तरीन दिन है। सऊदी अरब की इमदाद पर उनके बेहद मशकूर हैं। सऊदी क़यादत और आवाम हमारे दिलों में रहते हैं। हर ज़रूरत और मुश्किल में सऊदी अरब हमारे साथ रहा। पेट्रोकेमिकल और मादनियात के शोबे में मुआहदे इंतहाई अहमियत के हामिल हैं। सऊदी सरमायाकारी दोनों ममालिक के मफाद में है, और हमें सयाहत के मैदान में भी बहुत कुछ अभी करना है। इसके साथ साथ सऊदी वली अहद ने भी एक मुख्तसर खिताब किया, और उन्होंने कहा कि हमारे लिए पाकिस्तान इंतहाई अहमियत का हामिल मुल्क है। सऊदी अरब पाकिस्तान में मजीद सरमायाकारी भी करेगा, और हमें पूरा यकीन है कि एक दिन पाकिस्तान सयाहत के लिए इंतहाई पुरकशिश मुल्क ज़रूर बनेगा।
और इसी मौके पर वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान ने भी बात की। उन्होंने पहले शुक्रिया अदा किया, और उसके बाद उन्होंने बताया कि MOUs पर दस्तखत किए गए हैं आज। जबकि वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान ने कहा कि सऊदी अरब हमेशा से हमारा दोस्त और भाई रहा है। वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान ने बात करते हुए ये भी कहा कि सऊदी अरब हुज्जाज को पाकिस्तान में इमिग्रेशन की सहूलत दे, और वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान ने इस मौके पर अहम गुफ्तगू की, और साथ साथ नए मुआहदों के हवाले से बात की, और कहा कि सिक्योरिटी मसाइल ना होते तो हज़ारों पाकिस्तानी मोअज़्ज़ज़ मेहमान का इस्तक़बाल استقبال کرتے. دوران ڈرائیونگ سعودی ولی عہد سیاحت کے فروغ پر بات چیت ہوئی ہے اور پاکستان اور سعودی عرب اپنے تعلقات کو نئی بلندیوں پر لے جا رہے ہیں. یہ کہنا تھا وزیر اعظم عمران خان کا.